Hey traders, thanks for checking out this video from NetPicks, and today we're going to talk about the Bullish Engulfing Candlestick Pattern. And I do use this, but I use it more as a trade entry trigger as opposed to an actual setup. What we have with this pattern, it's two candlesticks, reversal pattern. Okay, generally it's looked for in a downtrending market. So in a perfect world, this bullish pattern, because that's what it is, it's found at the bottom of a downtrend, and it's going to lead to an uptrend in price. My usage of this is looking for it during the corrective phase of an uptrend, so during a pullback. And I use it to look for price to resume back to the upside, right? It's just another entry trigger. So what does it look like? Well, the key features. We want to have a first candle. It should close lower than its opening, which makes it a red candle when we're talking about an uptrend, right? So now it's bearish. The second candle, that real body has to take out both the open and the close of the first candle. The lower shadow or the upper shadow does not have to be taken out to be a valid reversal. If they both are, however, now we are looking at an outside bar. And there's different ways that we can trade those. And generally, traders are just looking for a complete trend reversal. We've got to understand what we're looking at with the engulfing, right? So the first candle, when it closes red, it shows that sellers are in control for that period. So the following day, as we see on our charts, price can open lower, okay? But then it has to reverse to take out the entire body of the first candle. And when this occurs, sellers that were involved previously, right, the previous period, what they're seeing is a strong move against their position. The imbalance of buyers and sellers, it's pretty strong. Okay, buyers are pushing price over the previous open price. Shorts, now they see their positions are underwater from the previous day. They'll tend to begin to exit if they don't see a reversal back to the downside. And if we get this engulfing candle closing at or near its high, that's a pretty strong change in sentiment. But one thing to keep in mind is that the bullish engulfing may not look the same on a lower time frame or a higher time frame. It can look different. Well, the first chart was a 1 hour chart. Here we have a 2 hour chart. The original patterns disappeared. But now we got another type of candlestick we could trade, which is an inside bar. So what we have, that inside bar break into the upside. And it's breaking to the upside with a bullish engulfing candle. But we wouldn't have known that bullish was there. We saw the inside first. Now it's still a trade. But if you were only looking to trade engulfing candles, okay, you would have had to piece it all together before you got the actual engulfing candle. But it's also a correction on another time frame. And I've spoken about trading multiple time frames a lot, but also having the ability to understand what your current chart is telling you is pretty important. This is a stock chart, NKLA, it's daily chart. And number one, right? Price is putting in lower highs, lower lows. It's a downtrend. Number two, that's the last low. We see a normal corrective rally, no big deal, right? Number three, a legitimate bullish engulfing pattern. Now that could be the beginning of a higher low and a reversal from the downtrend to the uptrend. Now time frames are going to have their own structure, and what looks like a reversal after a gap down on the other chart is actually just a rally on a lower time frame. Traders that are on the lower time frame here, they're actually trading an uptrend. So on this day, an outside bar starts up the rally in price, but then it gets wiped out the next day. See, I personally trade daily charts. I'll glance at lower time frames, but most of my decisions are on the daily chart. That fits me, my personality. Day traders that come through NetPicks are huge fans of our high velocity wave trader. So if you're an active day trader and looking for income, there's a link up here. You can check out that. So in trading, right, context matters. So one of the first things we need to know when we're trading the bullish engulfing is what is our trend direction. Now we can trade this pattern in an uptrend, downtrend, and trading range. The approach is going to be a little bit different. Let's look at price in a downtrend. Okay, we're going to use a 1 hour chart here. The black arrows are the engulfing pattern. So if you were day trading, you would want to find an area where you can expect a bounce in price. Okay, so these are going to be counter trend trades. So in this example, we're just using channels and a price support level as potential bounce zones. You could also use a moving average, but just they're not really support and resistance. They don't give you that. They're not dynamic, right? It's just a mathematical calculation. Now, targets on these trades are going to be small, okay? And we're just looking at obvious price levels. So the candle highs that we're targeting, those candles stand out, right, in a sea of smaller candles for targets. You could also use a multiple of your risk to take profits. So you would exit at 1, 2, 3 times your initial risk. Your protective stop can go below the low of the engulfing candlestick. Now, looking at daily chart levels, they can often give it a larger bounce or just a complete trend reversal. This stock chart puts in a triple bottom, sets up a reversal with this pattern. Price actually ended the current downtrend, rallied almost 30% off of the support zone. So price did put in a higher high, but eventually we did see a rollover back to the downside here. But notice that the first candle in the pattern, it did try to rally on that day, right? As evident by the upper shadow. Sellers stepped in, drove price down, and they closed red on the day. But the next day, barely any move lower off the opening price. The high of the previous day was taken out, and that is a solid entry. The corrective declined in an uptrend. This would be a price reversal signal back to the upside, but we're trading a pullback and reversal, right? So I want you to think of it as a trade trigger entry. So here we have price making higher highs and higher lows. It's an uptrend. Price is pulling back into a former resistance level, as well as to the bottom of a trend channel. The black arrow is our reversal candle. A trader can enter near the close of the trading day or upon the opening print of the next day. It's up to you. Now, on a lower time frame, this would be an obvious move down, right? It'd be a complete downtrend, and that bottom of that move would have been made. Trading ranges, same concepts are going to apply. You look for a bullish reversal off of the lows of the trading range for a play just up to resistance. So we have a defined support and resistance level. These two reversals happen at the bottom of the range. These actually would have positioned you prior to a strong breakout of price, which is how I like to play breakouts, being positioned before the actual breakout. Now, generally, I would not expect this type of move as a default, right? I'd be looking at the top of the range for the extent of the play. But seeing this kind of move would be a pretty pleasant surprise, and I would definitely be taking risk out of the market pretty quickly with trade management. Protective stop loss. Well, the great feature of this pattern is that there's an obvious imbalance of buyers and sellers. Right? So remember, sellers took the previous day lower, only to see buyers step back in, overwhelm them with buying pressures on the next period. So if the pattern is going to fail, it's going to roll over on the next period, usually with a big bearish candle. Right? So a protective stop that's going to respect the meaning of the pattern is proper. So we would look to place our stop below the lowest low of the two candles when taking a long position. So in this example, it would have been under the first candlestick of the sequence. These can often act as support levels when you see this kind of imbalance of buyers and sellers. Profit targets, really whatever you set for profit targets it's going to depend on what you expect from the trade, right? We would like to see higher prices over the long term. However, it's going to be time frame dependent. So using resistance zones as targets or multiples of risk as targets, both are pretty decent starting points for taking profits. But remember also that the pattern has the potential to turn into a complete trend reversal. So obviously having a trailing stop method could also be a good idea to have on the back burner. And again, there's no hard and fast rules for profit taking. Okay, a lot is going to depend on the trader. So overall, using them, it's a viable approach to trading. You'd want to add in other aspects of technical analysis, such as support levels and trend channels, because they're going to show up at different levels on the chart at locations that pretty much have zero meaning. Now, if you're looking at previous price zones where price was rejected or swing pivots, that's a good spot to find the pattern. And you could also just use them as information only, right? Depending on your own trading strategy. Maybe just incorporate the meaning behind a well-placed pattern into your own method. And maybe that could lead to some better trades. Anyways, good luck. Let me know how it goes. Any questions, comments, pop them below. Hit that like button. Subscribe, of course. Talk to you soon.